Hey everybody, I'm here with Steven Baumann, a geologist. How you doing, Steven?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm dandy. Well, it finally got warm today, a little bit warm. Hey everybody, I'm here with Steven Baumann.
Uh-oh.
I have that's my fault. I got
I
it.
didn't do that, I swear.
There we go. That should be good.
Okay, cool. And I can see the chat now.
Okay, speak up,
Oh,
Steven.
and I got to turn the volume off. Sorry, my bad. And I just did it too.
We're so bad.
Yeah. Oh, well. And I'm not even drunk.
I just barely opened a beer.
Uh, we cashed the line yesterday. 2 days ago. I don't even remember. So
Cash the line. What was that? No.
Steve
Um,
knows better. And Mel's here.
Hi, Mel. Hi, Godless Island. None of my
There you go.
co-hosts showed up.
Where's Beige? No Beige?
She's got to be in there.
Hey, Johnny, do you have any way to post those pictures you sent me unless you don't want to talk
Yeah, I
about them?
can. Yeah, let me.
Yeah. And then give the backstory about it, and I'll just sit there and talk about them real quick why it's not what he thinks it is.
Yeah, okay. Go on.
All right. Just so there's no dead air, Johnny's going to get some pictures a friend sent him. The guy thinks it's a meteorite, and I don't usually identify picture or rocks from pictures because there's so many problems with that. But these are actually really good pictures, and there's a scale because you can see his hand in the background. And I have a general idea of where it was from thanks to Johnny. And I could feel with about 80% confidence I could strongly say this is not only not a meteorite, but I think I know what it is. Yes, there will be pictures. I've had people do that to me before, actually bring me a rock. Like when I lived in Illinois, in a place where there is no granite, my neighbor brings me this egg-shaped rock, and she thought it was a dinosaur egg. When I told her it was a glacial erratic, you could watch her heart break. Not only are there no granites in that part of Illinois, but there's also no dinosaur deposits. So, yeah. Trying to think. Johnny, you still there?
I'm here. I'm trying to bring
Okay,
it up.
I just gave a whole backstory about it and told my stupid little story.
and I
Like a
look for
dino egg. Let's see.
mm-hmm.
Scientist Mel says I have a red and green LED light with a
Trying to figure
paint
out.
gun and wax paper over them. Oh, did anybody else here other than Johnny see my poop emoji lights that I've got by my shed? Those are pretty sweet. Yeah, Sarah, the poop emoji lights on? Did you look? Yeah. Sarah's going to check to see if the poop emoji lights are actually on. They're solar powered.
What made you decide to buy those anyway?
Sarah saw them at Menards, and yeah, I had to have two of them. Those are weirdos.
I knew
You want to show them? You want to show them?
They're not on yet.
Oh, they're not on yet. They're outside. I could go. Yeah, I could take this out there real quick. I guess if anybody else wants to see them, if they haven't seen them already.
I will get you presenting here then.
Okay. Actually, I could probably just switch my screen. Jen says, if I was monetarily able to go back to college, I'd major in geology. Jen, I never changed my major, like, ever. I think I was one of the few people who, when I selected a major, that was it. Paleontology was, like, too specialized, and I didn't want to do that. So, plus, I like Precambrian rocks anyway. Hey, hold on, Johnny. I'm going to go outside and try to do this here.
All right.
See if this works. I love these things. Let's see. All right. Can you see me?
I can see you. Yep. Can you?
Okay.
Are you showing up on the chat?
The poop emoji light solar powered. We actually had snow this morning, and I'm in Northwest Indiana, so things are wet. But yeah, this is it. There's one on the other side too. So, yeah.
Can you guys see him in the chat?
Do you guys see it? I can't tell. I can't see the chat right now.
Say no to. Oh, yeah, I can see it. She said, "Say no to vertical."
Oh yeah, there you go. Is that better? Turn it 90 degrees. All right, back inside now. Switch this. All right, there. So I'm actually very proud of those lights. So does anyone have any geology questions while I sit here and since I'm totally unprepared,
trying to get this
like a bigger topic to talk about? Unless you found the pictures, Johnny.
I found it, but I can't. I'm trying to get the airdrop over to my laptop here so I can present it to you.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
because I'm back inside so I can see the chat again.
Okay, we'll try this.
This is good. That's not better. Auto rotate. Man, I was just now I was sideways. I couldn't see. I was just using my phone. Mrs. I had no idea what was going on. I just hope you all saw the poop lights. That's all.
I can't.
Ooh, Clay Starfish goes. Can you address polar reversals and aging of the Earth? Doesn't come up enough. I think I understand. Okay, so just wanted me to talk about polar reversals. Basically, Earth has a dipole system, or Earth has a dipole magnetic field, I should say, which means a compass always points one direction, one pole or another, and it's roughly aligned to the axis of rotation. I say roughly because it's not. It actually does migrate from day to day slightly, and they do make compasses called Bruntons that compensate for this. You can actually set them, so you can take magnetic declination into account. But as far as we know, Earth has had a dipole system. We can go back to about 3.5 billion years of certainty that it's been that way. Before that, we don't know what kind of magnetic field Earth had. Of course, plate tectonics also wasn't even in operation then, so we really don't. It's a big blank area in history, in Earth's history. We don't even see the same type of rocks like we do today. That far back, but anyway, I digress. But once we had the dipole field, the Earth will just periodically. Sometimes compass. Sometimes it points north, sometimes it points south. This flip, as much as people like to sit there and portray it as rhythmic, it is not. We haven't. The last full reversal was 700,000 years ago, and I hear people say stupid stuff like we're overdue all the time. Same stuff I hear when they say about Yellowstone, we're overdue for an eruption. No, we're not overdue for anything. We're just not. It'll flip when it flips. Things, when you're dealing with complex systems like the Earth, things are not that rhythmic. They're not that set in stone. It's not like watching the moon night to night. It's just not that. It's not that consistent. Let's see. Mrs. Snarky, I actually have never been to the Grand Canyon, and I'm a geologist. I'm ashamed to say that. Ooh, Johnny's got the picture up. All right.
Is that good right there?
It felt real quick about magnetic reversals as well. We probably are currently experiencing the beginning of one. There is something called the South Atlantic anomaly, where the Earth's magnetic field is very weak. It doesn't really point anywhere, and this has been moving. But the question is, do these reversals take 100 years, or do they take, like 2,000 years? We just don't know, and they may vary. And Earth's magnetic field has been weakening over the past 100 years. But anyway, okay, the picture's up. So I'm going to talk about it. That picture there, is it up again, or is there a lag?
I had to bring my chat up so I could see that, but it'll come up here in a second.
Okay. But anyway, when you see that picture again, Like I said, I don't like identifying rocks from pictures, but he's got his hand on it, and it's good size. And you can actually see some decent crystallization in it. And, Johnny, you said this was found in southeast Minnesota, right?
Southern, well, south central Minnesota.
South central, southeast. Yeah, a lot of glacial cover there. And this rock, when I saw it, it looks to be, because I've seen these rocks in place in Ontario, this to me looks like it's a glacial erratic, but specifically it looks like it's a gabbro, which is, I don't want to, for better lack of description, is a coarse-grained basalt. These are very common in Archean rocks, igneous rocks, especially up north, and the glaciers probably just dropped it there. You can see the equigranular, that means the grains look about the same size, and the dark spots, they're about the same size. That's very characteristic of gabbros. And you can see these white veins across it. That's probably just silica veining. This thing, meteorites, yeah, there you go. The thing with meteorites, there are different types. And even if this rock was magnetic, that would imply an iron type meteorite, but gabbros can be slightly magnetic. That's not unusual. But if you cut this thing open, it would probably look a lot on the inside like it does on the outside. And metallic meteorites tend to have these very elongated crystals that interlock at intermittent angles because of the internal crystal structure. It's huge, and it looks almost fake. It doesn't look natural. This doesn't look like that. And there's also no crustal burning on it, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything because a lot of meteorites break up after they enter the Earth's atmosphere and stop burning up before they hit the ground. So that doesn't mean anything. Yeah. But that's a gabbro. It's from the Cambrian Shield up north in Canada, probably Ontario. So
90% not a meteor.
Yeah, well, probably about 95% not a meteor, 80% it's a gabbro, about 90% it's a glacial erratic of some sort.
Okay.
I mean, I guess it could be a diorite because I can't exactly see how much quartz is in it from the picture.
But yeah, it's a little hard. It is really, really big crystals in there. So,
yeah, but I can't tell from picture.
I don't think I can get you any better there either. Sorry.
No, as I said, it's a Precambrian igneous rock. Is what it is. Of some sort, either from the Canadian Shield or the Mid-Continental Rift. It's pretty much what it is.
It ain't gold, that's all I know.
Yeah, and gold. You got to go to Wawa, Ontario for that. Yeah,
I just want to know how to find gold. How do you find gold around Minnesota?
There's no. Actually, you guys do have the right kind of age, but you don't have the right kind of terrain. We call them greenstone terrains. I don't think Minnesota has any exposed at the surface. They're real common on the east end of Lake Superior, though.
Okay.
And the town of Wawa has, under their big goose, they've got a big, huge rock there that you can actually see the gold flecks in it. There's not too many, and it wouldn't be economical to try to get them out. So, and the rock itself probably weighs 3 tons, so you're not going to be hauling it off.
The Heathen homie asked, does that mean that it was created through magma mixing?
Yes, this is a magmatic rock, and since it's a gabbro, kind of like I said, the coarse crystal inversion of a basalt, it probably cooled underground. It could possibly some sort of in a dike, because these things will exist in dikes a lot up in Ontario, and less commonly is their own magmatic bodies. But yeah, to get the coarse crystals like you see in here means it needed time to cool, which means it formed underground. So, kind of like a granite, granites form underground because they have big crystals in them. And crystals grow and they cool slowly, which you don't get. I mean, you do have a extrusive form of granite. We call that rhyolite.
Okay.
Yeah, an extrusive form of gabbro would be basalt. So, but not all fine igneous rocks are necessarily surface flows. It's kind of because you can get basalts underground and stuff like that, but you don't get coarse grained stuff like this at the surface. The magma would cool too quickly.
Dang, I was trying to get a hold of Al to get him to come over here and or come to the channel and see this. But oh well, I have to watch it. I have to watch it in rerun.
Beach goes, yep, Wawa, home to the Big Goose entrance sign. Yeah, Beach has been there. That's exactly what it is. It's a big, huge friggin' goose right on. I believe it's Highway 101. As you enter town. Hey, Blue's there. Does anyone else have any geology questions? I kind of trailed off on the magnetic thing, but I think I said enough.
Prometheus.
Johnny, go ahead.
Hey, Prometheus, how you doing?
Oh, hey, doing good, Johnny.
He made it.
About time you showed up. God, I'm sitting here talking about rocks, putting everyone to sleep.
Yeah. So how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, and well, Steven's really explaining quite a bit about that rock.
Yeah, I actually found it quite fascinating.
Yeah, well, so did I actually.
I could see how he could think it might be meteorite because if you're not familiar with these rocks, they do look out of place.
Yeah. Because like I said, most of the rocks here in Minnesota, they're flat on one side because of the glacier fall off or whatever. All the field rocks anyway, and then this one has a dark blue kind of look to it, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. That's very. Wait. If Prometheus wants to talk for a minute, I think I actually have a polished gabbro I can show.
Oh, I'll get it. I'll get you presenting here then.
All right.
How was your day at work? How was your day at work?
Yeah, it was a tough day, but you know what? I'm here.
No shop talk, right? I noticed what's his name took that video response down that he did to me. He's only got 6 videos.
Friended?
Yeah, he's only got 6 videos on his whole channel now. That's interesting.
Yeah, when he found out it was an April Fool's joke.
I'm not done.
Yeah, so how much did I miss?
Well, so far we found out that that's not a meteor. Well, 80 to 90%, I think, is what the thought was there.
Don't forget about the poop emoji lights.
Oh yeah, we got poop. He bought poop emoji lights. I didn't know that was a thing. See the kind of useful.
Seriously?
Yeah, they're there. They were at Menards. They were like $7 a piece. So we got 2 of them. All right, Johnny, I'm gonna try. I found the rock. I'm gonna try to do this here and not screw this up. I think I got enough light. Hold on.
Well, if all of a sudden I see an arc well, I know something went wrong.
There. Okay.
Vertical something. Wow, cool.
Is it vertical looking?
Well, you're sideways and vertical. Yeah. Kind of funny.
Who cares? It's a rock. It doesn't matter. But this is a piece of gabbro from the UP off US 141 I've slowly been polishing. So, yeah, see, I mean, to me, this is kind of like the structure I can see in that one that you have. And the light's really shining on it. Let me try to pull it back a little. Let me try to get it out of the direct light. Is that better?
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Okay. So, yeah, see that? This is what it looks like to me. And you see this has a quartz grain or quartz veins in it as well. So,
yeah.
Oh, that's what it looks like to me. So I polished this one by hand. So. Okay, there.
You're getting crap for your phone, that's for sure. One of my favorite areas to go ends up in the Boundary Waters in that area and the Duluth area because of just the hilly, rocky areas up there. That's one of my favorite areas. Right, and British Columbia reminds me a lot of that. Western British Columbia does.
I've never been to British Columbia either, and I need to go.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best place on earth.
Well, there's not a lot of Precambrian rocks. I tend to chase the Precambrian rocks.
Well, I guess everybody's got their taste, so yeah, there is that.
Sarah's downstairs now, so I think I can. She thinks me trying to organize this trip to Antarctica in 2021 is just a ploy to make Greenland look easier.
No, they had the Faithless Forum down there in Texas. We should do something in the opposite side of the United States and go right to the Canadian border there in the Boundary Waters and have some sort of heathen gathering in the wilderness.
No, well, don't they have MythCon up in Milwaukee?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not that far from Milwaukee. I used to live on the north side of Chicago before I took this crappy job. Now I live in Northwest Indiana. I was actually going to go to Aaron's Ra's thing in Milwaukee on the 5th, but work I had to get stuff done. So I didn't go. Felt kind of bad about that. But whatever.
Well, you're just in such demand every other place, so how can you be everywhere?
I wouldn't say demand. I'd say more demanding. But this year we do plan on my most recent paper will be published hopefully in the next month, peer-reviewed paper. And this summer we've got a lot of stuff to do. I'm going to start doing the field work for the next paper, which probably won't be written for a couple of years. And I actually have an old professor helping me with that. And I'm living proof that you don't need a PhD or attached to a university to publish in a peer-reviewed journal. Because I only have a bachelor's, but I do have the professional license. It is possible. You just got to bust your butt to do it.
We got a couple questions here, Steven. First, well, actually, not two questions. One is tell Prometheus that I miss his snuggles. That's from the Atheist Veteran. And
hey, Rob.
And the Heathen homie says, so when you have the olivine crystals in basalt, the bigger the crystal, the deeper the basalt.
No. Those are called phenocrysts. That's kind of a different situation. That's not like I said, this is a gabbro. I didn't want to use the phrase coarse grained basalt, but that's basically the easiest way to describe a gabbro.
Uh-huh.
Basalts by definition are fine grained, and phenocrysts, like you go to the Upper Peninsula and you look at all the flood basalts, because that's where the continent tried to split 1 billion years ago and failed. But a lot of those lavas, even though they're fine grained, they'll have holes in them, and there's a lot of copper in that rock too. But they'll have holes in them, and those holes eventually become filled with minerals. And sometimes, even in a fine-grained thing like a basalt, you'll get the occasional large crystal. If it was brought up from depth or something like that, I hope that makes sense.
Yeah. It did to me.
Okay. There are Precambrian rocks around Kamloops, Don says. I don't know where that is, Don. Where is that? Actually, Precambrian igneous rocks are not my specialty. The sedimentary ones are. And there's only like 5 of us in the continent that even study these things anymore. Most people avoid them. I don't know why. I think they're cool. I think sandstones are awesome. And I like the Precambrian ones because they don't have fossils mucking up my rocks.
You don't like fossils, huh?
Yeah. Well, they're stromatolites. But that's it. That's all you can see on the macro scale. Nothing else in them. Oh, South Central British Columbia, Don. Yeah, you got accretionary terrains there. I'm not as familiar with the geology of the West Coast as I am with Lake Superior and the Great Lakes, just because I live here and those are the rocks I'm mess with. So I'm more familiar with the stuff around here. Have you ever been to Order Mountains? Oh, New Mexico. Oh, something else I wanted to say. So we'll be doing the research for the upcoming paper, the field work for it. And that's on the Frida sandstone. That's Precambrian. That's in that mid-continental rift after the volcanism stopped and became filled with sediments. That's the last unit I'm going to redefine, I think. And I actually have an old professor helping me with that. But then we've got to prepare, because in July we're going hiking in Glacier National Park.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, like days hikes. We plan on taking 9 or 10 days off. And I've never been to Glacier either. I wanted to go to the Grand Canyon, but one of the people in our group didn't want to do that. So, because she was afraid of the heat. She saw that it can get to 120 degrees in July in the Grand Canyon and flipped out. But I don't think she realizes that July in Glacier, one valley it can be snowing and 20, and then the next valley it can be 50 and raining.
Oh yeah, really easy.
I don't think she understands that.
Well, is it up in Alaska, up in Denali, or what's Mount whatever they used to call it? It changes names, but the biggest mountain up there in Alaska. It's got its own weather.
McKinley?
Yeah, McKinley. Well, it's Denali is actually the Indian name for it.
Oh, is that what they changed?
There's controversy on that name, so.
No.
But
why do people do that?
I don't know.
It's just like your St. Peter River, now the Minnesota River.
It's my word. I'm going to claim it. It's your word. No.
Yeah. Your word. Your words.
Yeah, didn't Mount McKinley used to be called Kilimanjaro? Or
no, Denali. DEN.
Okay.
That's in, and I think it's Tlingit is the language. It's it's Tlingit.
Yeah, just want to know where am I thinking?
It means the mountain. That's all it means. Is the mountain.
Like Gitchagumi for Lake Superior means big water.
Big water, yep. Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah, there you go. I love that. I love the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah, that's a great song.
I think that ship sank like exactly a year after I was born, like to the day.
Okay. I remember being like 8 years old and in my dad's bar, and it was on the jukebox, and we played all Sunday or whatever.
It's a great freaking song.
Yeah.
So, the heathen homie doesn't like fish. I love fish. I love Lake Superior trout. That's some great whitefish.
Oh, cod's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I'll eat me some cod. Yeah.
Lakers, they are good. Do you know that lake trout only start breeding after 4 years of being alive? They don't start breeding. They breed in the fall. Yeah, spawn in the fall.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I don't know much about the life cycle of fish. There's a hatchery not that far from the Rock Core Library up in Marquette in the UP. That's all I know about fish hatchery, and that's there.
Yeah.
Don's invited me to the BC. Don, we actually do. I would like to hit British Columbia. It probably won't be for a couple of years. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Scope of Science, Curtis. He also lives in British Columbia, and he's invited me to come hang out with him. I would love to go to the Canadian side of Glacier National Park, but one of the people we're going to be with doesn't have a passport.
Well, geez.
So we got to stay on the Montana side.
Actually, you need a remote border crossing for that, right? I know in the boundary waters.
Is it different for parks?
In the boundary waters, since there's no real customs or whatever up in the middle there, you're in a canoe or whatever, they don't really have a customs there anymore. So you have to get a remote border crossing. So if I'd go into Canada without my remote border crossing pass, I would.
But that's only for waterways.
My boat, the Queen.
That's only for waterways, right?
Yeah, just for there, because it's a wilderness area and there's no motorboats allowed up there.
Gotcha. You got that funky lake that part of it's in Canada and part of it's in the U.S., don't you?
A lot of them. All of them are on the border there. Yeah, there's dual citizen walleyes all over up there.
Well, part of the problem too is in American national parks you can carry.
Yeah.
Down in Canada, I can. So even if we did want to go across the border, then I'm gonna have to be like, oh yeah, I've got a pistol, and I don't want to deal with that. So, yeah, I don't have a permit to carry on Canada yet, although I do plan on getting one, but it'll just be for Ontario,
Oh, so you actually can have a pistol in Canada?
Oh yeah, it's got to be over 5 inches, which is also a problem because my 9 is like 4.1 inch barrel, so it's still too small. Oh yeah, you can carry into Canada. People hunt up there from the U.S. Yeah, you can do it. You just need to get the permit.
I
The
heard
Heathen
that.
homie says he has over 100 minerals. Clay Starfish said, "Yeah, I can't carry it in Canada." Yeah, Clay, I figure that, in the U.S. here, since we all love our guns so much, I can walk around a national park with it on my hip, but I think they'd have a problem with it if I tried to walk across the border with it like that. So, yeah, but
Guns are made out of rocks. God, that's how I would say.
smuggling rocks into Canada. No, smuggling them out of Canada. Yes. Watch out for the dangerous rocks.
Gonna get stopped by the Mounties.
That reminds me of a story of my friends of mine were up on Rainy Lake. It's like right, where Lake of the Woods is up there, the big lake up there. There's a river that goes in between there and through the Boundary Waters, and they were on one of those houseboats or whatever. They hopped on the skiff and crossed over into the Canadian side, and the guys came over there. The border guys came over there and said, "Would you mind getting back out of the Queen's water?" And they said, fuck the Queen. They go, "Would you mind stepping out of the Queen's boat?"
Yeah. Godless Iowan says, "I think Mounties might be looking for rocks, but not of the natural variety."
Well, I don't have those artificial rocks. Saving rocks from Canadians, evil Canadians. Some of us have dual citizenship, so some of us are both evil and not evil, I guess, right? Wonder Lady goes, "Why not leave the gun at home?" Wonder Lady, this is why. There's brown bears in Glacier, but that's not for the brown bears. A 9mm isn't going to stop a brown bear.
Not really.
No. They make spray. Yeah, they make spray for that. Actually, the trail we plan on hiking is not a very popular trail, and it's not like walking around in Canada and meeting somebody on the trail where you just talk for a while then move along. I mean, I just don't. It's an area I'm unfamiliar with, and I don't know what kind of people might be walking around. I know that sounds paranoid, but I mean that's basically what it is. I don't know. I don't know if that made any sense. Yeah, Jim,
Don McLeod says, "Dual citizenship means you say sorry when you shoot people." Yeah,
that's funny.
Yes,
that is a good one.
Starfish goes, "Just worry about the Americans with guns." Yes, and so
yeah, you will wish you had a gun as soon as you start nearing banjo music. Reese C. Oh, this chat is great.
Yeah, it is. You see Deliverance. I mean, I own guns, but I'm not like a gun nut. But ooh, Johnny's playing. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Oh, I got that. I got to get my gun.
You better get out.
Yeah, I'll get it. Go get it. No, and I take my guns up north to my cabin too, just because we do have things like bears and moose and stuff, and there's nobody around. I mean, I'm not the kind of person who's just going to shoot at things at random. I don't do that.
Yeah, and then besides, don't they have like they can just put bear mace around the area to keep them away?
Actually, at the national park, they strongly recommend bear mace, and we are going to take that because, like I said, a pistol isn't going to stop a grizzly. But I've never seen a grizzly. I've seen black bears because they're all over the UP in Ontario, and they just run from you. There's an old saying: if it's brown, lie down; if it's black, fight back. Because black bears hate people; they just run. They're like big raccoons, But brown bears, they will mess you up.
Yeah, I camped out up in the Kodiak Bear area a few times. You don't worry about shooting them because they won't care.
No.
Kodiaks are bigger than grizzlies, right?
Yeah, Kodiaks are the biggest. Next polar bear's the biggest, but then Kodiak.
Yeah, polar bear's the biggest.
Yeah, it's such a good supply of salmon there on Kodiak.
Technically, Kodiak isn't a polar bear. I mean, I know their fur is white, but technically, aren't they a brown bear? Lineage-wise,
I'm not even sure exactly how that goes.
Oh, and Wonder Lady, yes, black bears are extremely cute, and I've seen some pretty fat ones sitting by the highway, waiting for people to give them garbage. Sarah just made a comment. But yeah, moose. No, a pistol isn't going to stop a moose either. You just got to look big when you see a moose.
You just got to get a flying squirrel to talk about the right charging you.
Well, the couple of moose we've seen, I've never seen a moose in Canada. For all the times I've been, like, my sister has 40 acres, and we'll stay there. I've seen their tracks, but I've never seen a moose. I've only seen moose in the UP. And every time I see them, I just turn the other way. Oh, yeah. And then we have this one friend who chases after things like black bears and moose. We're waiting for her to get her face ripped off. That was in Canada. Oh, wait. I take that back. I guess we did see one in Canada.
Reese C says, if you give the polar bear a Coke, it won't attack you.
Oh, man. And a smile.
Oh, yeah. Just like the protesters with Pepsi.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure if polar bears are a type of brown bear or not. I'm not 100% sure about that.
I don't think so, but I think they are. They are closely related, I guess. But I don't know. You know what? I don't know the history of that.
I don't know. I'm not an expert on polar bear evolution. Where's Mel? Did she leave?
She's probably got bored of rocks.
Yeah, probably. I don't know if there's anything else rock-wise I want to talk about, unless anyone else has any rock questions.
Now let's check with the chat.
Oh, Beej said she's never seen a moose and she's traveled across Canada. Yeah, like in Canada, there's moose crossing signs everywhere, and I never see
elk.
Oh, yeah. Don McCoud says, I've been chased by a moose.
Yeah, I can hear that can be pretty scary. I heard that to try to get him to go away, you just got to, like, act big and make noise, because that's really all you can do. I don't know if that actually works, but, no.
No, it depends. If it's a cow with a calf, you're in trouble.
Wait, what, Johnny?
If it's a cow with a calf, you're stay away from that. The mama moose gets really mad.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they would.
Oh yeah.
Polar bears. Jen said polar bears and grizzlies can mate, and grizzlies are brown bears. So I don't know if that makes polar bears brown bears.
That kind of fall on this thing like liger or tie-in or whatever the heck. Is that kind of like that sort of...
Yeah, Duke Bonanza is kind of reminding me of the that Neil deGrasse Tyson thing he did for Cosmos about the episode of Evolution, where he was talking about like the evolution of bears from the brown bear to the polar bear.
Yeah.
Of course, that's probably the one I missed. I know I missed one, and that was probably it. So I don't remember, because I have no recollection of that one. Duke goes, try to be big with the moose. Does not work. He said the crossbreeds are named Grolars?
Combination of grizzly and polar bear.
Okay, polar and grizzly are subspecies of brown. Oh, wow. Grandma Mo says moose don't back down.
There's more moose killings than there's anything else in North America.
Moose are freaking big, man.
Their paws is just their hoof is as big as me.
And around my property in the UP, there was one that was sleeping like not that far from my land. I mean, you could see the moose poop, and it's just like, man, I'd hate to run into this thing in the middle of the night if I was trying to take a leak.
Well, you got plenty of places to hang your coats on the antlers, though.
Yeah, if you want to get that close.
Hey, Casey Atheist, how you doing?
Hey, Casey. Grandma Mo also says she's been chased by a bear. Scary as hell. That's an experience I want to avoid. I can live without that experience. Yep.
Jen with 1N is asking, have you seen the Mythbusters do the moose car crash test?
No. Did they build a fake moose or something and hit it with a car? Because I actually would like to see that.
Yeah, I've never seen
Mess
that.
the car up. Total it. Oh, B says she scared a black bear when she came out of the outhouse, and neither of us knew the other was there. So, yeah. They used a real moose. Was it dead? I hope it was dead. The heathen homie goes, I've been chased by a scorpion. Did it get you? B said that they were only feet apart, but they both ran like heck in the opposite direction. Grizzly bear in the front yard as a kid. Yeah, that's another experience I can live without.
Okay, everybody in the chat, you know there's going to be a quiz after we're done with this here, stream, right? It's pop quiz coming up.
Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, man.
Oh my god! Yeah, you don't want him chasing you.
Come here.
Man.
Which tectonic plate is the largest one, Steven? Just real quick.
Wait, what was that?
Which tectonic plate is the largest one out of all of them?
Pacific,
Pacific,
by
okay.
far. Yeah.
I'm just testing you.
Yeah, and it's almost all ocean crust too on top.
Okay, which one's the smallest one?
Oh, I think it's pronounced Cascas. No, Juan de Fuca.
Did I fumble the geologist?
It's Juan de Fuca. I know it is.
Juan de Fuca? Okay.
Yeah, it's right off of right off of British Columbia. It's almost totally subducted. Because people are familiar with the San Andreas Fault, and that's a big transform fault. But that's actually a plate boundary on the Pacific Rise, which is actually a rift in the Pacific close to North America.
Yeah.
So we have subduction, and as the Atlantic has gotten bigger, North America's been pushing over this rift.
Just greedy.
What?
North America is greedy.
Yeah, it is, but that's why the basin and range is probably extended, and it's interesting because the Godless Island goes, what are the oldest rocks we currently can actually find on the surface level? Actually, up until I think it was about 10 years ago, Minnesota held that record.
Really?
Yeah, there's even a sign. I think the sign is still there in northwest Minnesota.
But I think it was I must have moved out of Minnesota. Huh?
I think it was 3.9 billion. But, the Australian Craton, I think, has a 4.3 billion year old rock that they've discovered since then.
I thought that's Russia where the most the oldest landscaping area was where the oldest rocks were.
No, it's the Australian Craton.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember what I was babbling about before that. Oh yeah, plate tectonics or something.
And here's a $50,000 question: what's the third largest plate?
Oh, fuck all if I know. Sorry. I would say demonetized, but none of us have that problem.
Reese C. asks, will California break away from the continent?
If present trends continue, yes, but here's that problem. As North America goes over the East Pacific Rise, which is actually rifting faster than the Mid-Atlantic Ridge is, it's possible that the basin and range could form a rift and split North America in two, from like Washington down through Yellowstone back down to the Baja Peninsula. So it's like we really don't know. but if current trends continue, yes, that will happen.
Duke Bonanza asks, what's the best rock to kill the Philistines with? Well, I'll tell you what, Duke. Whichever one works.
The heaviest you can find.
Yeah. But
Beej asked me, how am I polishing that rock? Sandpaper, and I actually have a Dremel tool, but I haven't touched it in a while. Just doing it by hand. My girlfriend Sarah actually has rock tumblers, but they aren't going to hold something.
It's a
that
sin
big.
to use your Dremel tool or touch it.
It's a what?
It's a sin to touch your Dremel tool.
No, I like touching my Dremel tool. I'll do what I want.
All right, all right.
No, it's just been polishing with sandpaper and a Dremel tool. That's how I've been doing it. Beach goes, damn, not from Canada and the U.S. split then. Well, most of Canada should be okay. See, rifts are like a weird thing because they're not always successful. Like the Mid-Continental Rift of Lake Superior. The Great Lakes are glacial lakes, but Lake Superior is kind of there for another reason too. It was probably the only lake that was there before the glaciers came down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because it's an old rift. It's a failed rift. The continent tried to split there 1 billion years ago and stopped.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting about it.
Yeah, and we're not really sure why. But the odd thing about it is 2.5 billion years ago, the continent did successfully split there. And the part that rifted off is probably the Kap Val of South Africa. So, yeah. The messy.
What if they want it back? You got some duct tape, man.
Push really hard.
Hey, get the blowtorch out a little higher. We can get it to stick.
Wait, B said, nice question, Iowan. I'd like to know as well. What did he ask? I don't see it.
He said something about Boolean cube.
Oh, it says, how are geodes formed?
Oh, they're just chemical precipitation into cavernous pieces and porous rock. You get crystal growth. Crystals take a while to grow. We actually have a lot of geodes in southern Indiana and like western Illinois, believe it or not. There's a creek I go geode hunting in southern Indiana where in the spring, literally every pebble in the bed of that creek is a geode. They just come weathering right out of the rock. Things like limestones, because you get karsts and caves. Most caves are just chemically dissolved in limestone. And basically a geode's just like a little tiny cave. And then it becomes filled with minerals, calcite or quartz or whatever the water happens to be carrying. I think that's right.
And I actually do have a bit of a question. I don't know if this falls under your expertise, but I've looked at like some history with Krakatoa. You know that volcano down there.
Yep.
Yeah, I just want to know any updates as of late of when the next round of eruptions is gonna happen.
The last one was 1850, right, or somewhere around there. 18.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Sorry, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I think it was 19th century. I don't remember where. No, we don't know. We're getting better, but different. The problem is you got many different types of volcanoes, and I forget what Krakatoa is. I think it's the same type of volcano as Mount St. Helens. It's not like Hawaii where you get this constant slow lava. It just blows up. And we really we can't say definitely when a volcano is going to go off. Like I said, we're getting better at it, but until we've been sitting on one for a while and taking detailed measurements and it does go off, I don't think we're going to actually be able to accurately predict such a thing. I mean, if you start getting lots of earthquakes and see smoke, run. There.
Yeah, supposedly Krakatoa in the final stage of its final eruption, however, it makes like the loudest known sound on Earth.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I hope it blows up then.
Yeah. People say that I think Krakatoa is somewhere in Indonesia, like right around South Asia, and you can hear it all the way in France with the final stage of its explosion.
Oh, is that what? Yeah, because wasn't Krakatoa the largest volcanic eruption in history, in modern history.
Yeah.
I think it was.
I think so, because I just know Krakatoa just stands out.
Well, if I remember correctly, I think during Mount St. Helens when that erupted, there was some pyroclast based on the distance that probably had to be ejected at like supersonic speeds to make it where they did. So it wouldn't surprise me if you could hear it far away on a continental scale. I mean, Mount St. Helens was nothing the scale of Krakatoa, but
Krakatoa on what?
Krakatoa. So now when Yellowstone goes, we're all screwed.
Yeah, that you don't have a place to hide for that one.
Beach goes Krakatoa. Ah.
I know, that's why I said that before.
Oh, is that why you said? See,
Yeah,
I think I got a lag here, so I'm not seeing things exactly when everyone else is. Yeah, Yellowstone goes well, but oh well. We'll probably all be long dead by then, so I won't worry too much about it.
You're too old to care about it.
It depends too, I mean,
get off my yard!
Get out of my yard, you stupid ass!
Get off my lawn!
I believe it was that one lake in Yellowstone did start belching, for lack of a better term, about 10 years ago, and it started rising, and the lake started moving, and they got worried, but I guess it stopped. So, I don't know. It'll go when it goes, and it may just be a couple isolated small eruptions, or it may be one big one. Who knows? Some of the Yellowstone, the geology of the Yellowstone from the surrounding rocks, it's not very consistent when it does blow.
Oh, we'll just have Godless Island start talking in tongues for us, and we'll be saved and raptured right there. Bring us home.
Wait, B said Krakatoa on a coffee table. Jen with one said, yes, trees died next to Yellowstone Lake. Yeah, they were worried about when that started doing that, but it stopped. So, whatever. Stupid Earth. Stupid things.
They apparently Wonder Lady says they have quake swarms all the time, like 200 plus a month.
Yes, they actually have a lot more than that. You just don't feel them. They do have, since it is a national park, the USGS can actually get in there and study it. And, they can put up geophones and seismic stations. And we have a pretty good, and they're trying to see if there's a correlation and a pattern to these earthquakes and an eruption. But until an eruption actually happens, it's kind of like, See, the problem with Mount St. Helens is we probably could have predicted that one to some degree of accuracy. But where it was, you had a lot of people who wouldn't let the USGS on their land. Get off my land. I don't want the government here. That kind of crap. So it kind of caught us off guard because nobody was really monitoring it at the time. So at least Yellowstone, we can babysit, Now just watch. If all the bear and moose disappear in Yellowstone, run. Casey Atheist goes, I'm skeptical of talking in tongues effectiveness against volcanoes. Well, Casey, have you tried? The Snarky says she was addicted to the tongue, saying, Christianity even an apocalypse or an afterlife. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't, as human beings, we kind of are obsessed with going out with a big bang. But who was that said humanity won't go out with a bang, but with a whimper? I'm pretty sure that's probably more accurate. 50,000 years from now, some guy's going to be out hunting in a grass field, go, where the hell is everyone? Have a heart attack and die, and that'll be the end of humanity.
Steven, you just look in the horizon one day and you'll see that great big ball of light. That's me. That's
yes,
I'm gone.
Yeah. Godless Iowan says, if all the bears and moose leave Yellowstone, hold the Republican National Convention there.
I will. I'll do that.
Yeah, strongly suggest that to them.
What about the Ranger, Yogi? Hey, fuck the Ranger.
Oh, yeah, we do plan on hitting Yellowstone after Glacier, too. The actual trip in July is we're going to head to the Badlands because I haven't been there since field camp in 2000. So we're going to hit that, and we didn't stay there very long, so I actually want to explore. Even though it's not my kind of rocks, it's a real cool place. And I do plan on taking lots of video. Of course, I'm not going to get any signals, so I won't be doing any lives. But then we're going to hit Glacier for maybe 5 days, 4, and then we're going to go to Yellowstone. See, the thing with Yellowstone is it's very touristy, so you can basically drive everywhere, you know. Glacier, you really can't drive everywhere. You got to walk. Great things end in a whimper. Most of the greats died in sad, pathetic ways. Elvis died on the toilet, yes. And didn't Van Gogh just kill himself in bed?
I don't know.
Correctly?
Hans P. Hansen, Iowan don't speak in tongues. He speaks in Norwegian. Always something
Same
about my
thing, isn't
sister.
it? Jellystone is a campground in Ontario. Jen, yes, it is. It is. Freaking Yogi Bear.
What's the Canadian park name for the Boundary Waters? Quetico?
TP for my bunghole? What?
Quetico.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to look right now. I'm zooming in on Google Earth.
Picnic baskets.
Yeah, Jellystone. Yeah, Lake of the Woods. That's the lake that has that funky part that stretches into Canada.
I didn't do boo-boo right before, though. It's got to be like, but what about the Ranger, Yogi?
There you go. God, that was cool.
Yeah, fuck the Ranger.
So, yeah, Lake of the Woods, most of it seems to be in the U.S. So if you go on the other side, the boat becomes the Queen's.
Queens?
Yeah, the Queen's boat.
Oh, man.
It.
You want it again? Hey, if I could marry her, would I become like King of England? And like,
yes, I think. I don't
really?
know.
That'd be cool.
That's how that works.
I could put up with like, you know, I might have to plug my nose or something, but I could do it.
God, I can't believe she's still around. Man, she's like 1,000,000 years old.
Yeah, well, 1,000,000.
Okay,
You have a citation for that?
900,000. Documentation. Let's see. Sorry, I got distracted by Google Earth. I'll stop. Back to the chat.
The Queen is a rock.
The Queen is a rock.
My foundation. She would be my rock if I married her because I'd be king. But I'd have to change the title. See, if I was king then I could change it to Emperor of the Universe.
There you go.
From there on, it'd be free for all. Everybody can do what they want.
Just declare yourself Emperor of the Universe. Why not?
Nobody listens. If I married her, they would listen. Plus, you get all like gold jewelry to wear. That'd be great.
BJ asked me about techites. Yeah, my knowledge of those is very limited. So.
Duffy, how you doing, buddy? How's the garden?
Who's there? What? I believe techites are glassy. I want to say kind of like obsidian rocks formed from meteor impacts, if I remember correctly. I don't know. Oh, it's Snuffy. That's who's there. So, I think Mel abandoned us. Yeah, she got sick of the rock talk. Curses. Johnny, you still awake? You stopped playing. Did you have a heart attack? There, bud? Johnny?
I'm going. I was away from the... Go.
See, he muted himself. He muted himself on the one device, but not the other.
Huh?
So we can still hear him.
I had to do something. I had a thing.
Oh, okay. I got it. All right, sure.
Mediocrity's Maze asks, what is the most unstable type of surface rock to build on?
Peat
Dan.
bogs. Remember Monty Python? Holy Grail? Remember that sketch?
Oh yeah,
I built my castle on a swamp and it fell over. I don't remember how it went. This is stupid now. Because that's
no, stop, no singing.
Yes, no singing. Go better. But yeah, you don't want to build on if you're talking about rock, like actual what engineers would consider rock. It depends. It depends on where you are. Like you don't in an earthquake-prone area, you don't want to build on sandstone. But if you're not in an earthquake-prone area, it's fine.
Oh, yeah, Guidless Island. That's because nobody else will play with them for me.
What did he say?
Nobody.
Yes, that was a quick stringing he did there. It was rocks. That was pretty fast. Oh, Snuffy! I already said what I thought a techite was, if memory serves. It's kind of like an obsidian type rock, but not volcanic in origin. It's formed from high heat and pressure of a meteorite impact, I believe. Oh, B says she's hearing different stories about them. Yeah, see, I don't know a lot about techites.
Isn't that a lost Israel tribe or something?
Oh, probably. Oh no, I think you're thinking of an episode of SG-1.
Okay. Through the Stargate, man. That was one of my favorite.
That's why we want to go to Antarctica to make Murdo, so we can use the Stargate. Duh.
Once they had the Priory in there and stuff, though, I was like, you're getting a little bit far out there now. Come on.
Yeah, but I mean, I still love that show.
Pretty soon, Q is going to
it ran forever. That show ran forever.
Next thing you know, Q will come in and fuck everything up for everybody.
And I still love the movie. I still watch it once in a while.
Yeah, I watched it religiously.
It's a great show.
Yeah, that was a great show. Dean Anderson too. He's from the city's area, metro area here in Minnesota.
Oh, Duke said the Techites are Mormon Israel tribe.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I knew it. Thanks, Duke. Thanks for confirming that for me.
Heathen Homie asks, isn't Florida built on some karst limestone?
Hold on a second. Bye, Wonder Lady. Have a good night.
Bye.
Yes. Florida is basically one big sinkhole waiting to happen. Yes. It's not even, I mean, technically it is limestone, but it's what we would call a pack stone. That stuff really likes to form caves, and yeah. So,
Well, if only it would have sunk in the 2000 election.
I mean, in global, if the ice caps were to melt, I mean, what do we really lose? Florida?
I'm more worried about the Greenland.
Be more worried about what?
The Greenland and Antarctica. They got a lot more up there in the ice caps, or the North and South Pole.
A lot more in Antarctica than there is in
Antarctica. That's a lot of freaking ice.
Yeah, not very much land.
But remember, we made a rule before we started this stream not to talk about CC.
What?
I'm not going to say it. I can't say it. We're not going to talk about it, remember?
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Pothole covers that subject very well, and I don't think it needs to be covered anymore.
Wait. Stargate actually ran for 10 seasons. It's just the last 2 seasons are so bad it seemed like it was on forever.
Yeah, that's for sure. I love it. For quite a few
Sarah
seasons.
just yelled from the other room. She goes, lies. 10 years for a show to run is a long time, especially a sci-fi show.
Yeah.
I mean, what sci-fi shows have really run longer other than Doctor Who?
Star Trek. I mean, that's one of the other ones. Star Trek.
Well, I mean,
That was for 5-6 years. Yeah.
How long did Sliders run?
Oh, I remember that show. I want to say it was 5 years. I want to say it was 5 seasons. I could be wrong. So
yeah, I really like that one.
I did too. It was just funny to see Jerry and then try to picture him as the chunky kid from Stand By Me. The same guy. Oh, Casey Atheist asked 10 years or 10 seasons. Probably 10 seasons, unless you're in Britain. Then there's series. Yeah, you got to ask that sometimes because, like with Doctor Who, like there'll be a whole year where there'll be no new episodes whatsoever.
Oh yeah.
You know, and my cats have like flipping out. I wonder if they got a wholesome kitty crack. Okay, Godless Highway says 5 years. I assume that's for Sliders. That's what I thought it was.
Sliders. That's like a little sandwich that you eat at the bar before you get drunk, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Johnny. Us above the Mason-Dixon line, we know all about Sliders.
Oh, do you? Mason-Dixon line.
Down south, they don't have any. They don't, but they have a knockoff called Crystal, which is like almost the same thing.
Uh-huh. I haven't been I've been in LA and I've been to Minnesota in the past 15 years, but before that I was everywhere.
Haven't been a lot around. Oh, Snuffy says Miss Sliders. Well, I believe Walmart sells frozen ones. If you want to risk that, some frozen sliders.
Yeah.
Oh, John, did you see our?
Isn't that kind of like getting sushi from the fast or the quick C store? Kind of like you don't really want to do that, do you?
Well, I don't know. I mean, it might be good.
Yeah,
I mean, they're sliders.
A little starchy, as they sliders. Yeah, maybe.
Did you see our video when we went down to Georgia in February?
I see. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, those rocks are way out of my comfort zone because they're Mesozoic and Paleo.
Steven, I'm the only one that watches your channel.
I think you are. But we went down there in February to get it. What?
Brian Stevens always used to be on there, but I haven't seen him around.
I haven't seen Brian in forever.
He hasn't been around for a while, really.
I don't know. I hope his dude's all right because he was older than us, I think.
Oh, he's older than me. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I just hope he's okay. Or maybe he just got sick of our crap. But yeah,
Snuffy says, "LOL, I meant the sci-fi series." When she was the one, or Snuffy was the one that said, "I miss Sliders."
Oh, we're sitting here talking about White Castle.
Minneapolis, home of the White Castle slider hamburger.
That train derailed and fell down.
Can John Rhys Davies take your order?
Oh, Prometheus, you go up to Minneapolis, the White Castle up there. You'd be just closing up the bar and you'd just get a 6-pack of them freaking hamburgers before you went home.
There's a reason why White Castles pop up around bars,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, but they got some good fried shrimp right now. Oh, my God, that's really good. Oh, what it is. Oh, yeah, but our stupid Georgia trip. So we went down there in February to get away from the winter. Yeah, it was 90 degrees Fahrenheit when we went hiking. And I hadn't been to Providence Canyon in like 15 years. And I'm surprised I remembered where things were. But we went to stop at this one outcrop off the road that used to just be able to, it was Cretaceous. The clam fossils in there were so, and it was unconsolidated, so you could just stick your hand in there and pull these things out. And they were huge, and they looked like they just died, except they were kind of gray in color. And but we went there, and they had cut the hill back and thrown vegetation over it. So we got like 5 crappy little fossils.
Sacrilege.
I know. That's what I said. And I'm trying to find the ones I had from 15 years ago, but I can't seem to find them because I'd love to do a video on them, even though, fossils are stupid because they're not Precambrian. Stupid fossil.
Waffle House at 3 a.m. Or Perkins used to be the one thing that we do. Or
is Perkins even still around anymore?
Or there's one girl I knew. No, I'm just kidding.
Godless Simon goes, I've eaten cicadas. They weren't that bad.
Cicadas?
I've captured cicadas, but I've never tried eating them.
Well, what else you got in cornfields in Iowa? I mean, I'm suppose you guys really get hungry.
Well, you have tornadoes in Iowa. You have cicadas.
They can.
Did I mention tornadoes?
They have tornadoes in Iowa.
Oh, they have corn too. Lots of corn.
But Ashton Kutcher came out of there, I guess.
Oh, gross.
But actually, Guileless Iowa's changing the whole image for the whole state. He is the thing. He is the man. He is going to change that. That state is going to actually be on the map again.
Hopefully. Yeah, my cousin, she lived there for a job for like 7 years. I was just like, why? The whole time. I'm just like, why are you there? But, you know.
You got $100 for eating it? I would have got a lot more than that. Eating the cicadas.
I'd eat a cicada for $100. You kidding me? I'd do it.
All right.
Deep fry it in some garlic and butter. It'd be fine.
It depends upon how much money I got in my full at the time, I guess.
Hey, Godless, I'm just giving you crap about Iowa.
Yeah, make Iowa great again.
Him and I are bitter rivals. We are bitter rivals. I am gonna beat him to 1,000 subscribers. I don't care what the rest of the people say. I don't care what your guidance counselor said about you. You're okay, Godless Iowa.
Yeah, the only way Iowa can be great again is if it stops voting Republican.
Or gets set on fire. Sorry.
Tim Pawlenty's actually running in our state for governor again here. I mean, that guy is what an idiot.
I've heard that name. Is he any good?
He's a freaking idiot.
I don't know who that is.
He put our state $6 billion in debt. So
okay, because I keep hearing that name Pawlenty, and I make jokes about that name, but I've never known who it was.
Well, you know, they're all about draining the swamp into their pockets.
Hey, wait, stop. No politics on my channel.
All right.
I know it was my fault. I brought it up. Sorry.
What'd you do? Oh. Sorry. I didn't hear that. Sir just told me what you said. Yeah, but you brought it up. So
I know.
Oh, damn it.
But I'll go spank myself later. No.
Did you already do that? Isn't that why you just disappeared?
No.
Oh.
I was thinking about it, though. I really wanted to. No más políticas.
Crap. Hold on. I gotta move the cat. Okay.
So, what's the temperature in Arizona right now?
69.
Mr. Prophet.
I'll have to check on that. Give me a second.
You're probably in the central area right now, going. Oh,
yeah, I'm in. Yeah, I think it's about in the 90s.
Holy crap.
And I just about got frostbite yesterday up here.
Yeah, it freaking snowed here in Northwest Indiana this morning.
And it's cold. It's freaking cold. It's bitter. It's January weather here.
Well, I looked at the weather. It said it was supposed to be 70 here on Thursday. I don't know if I'd buy that.
Yeah, what, the Kelvin scale?
Yeah, probably. That was good.
What would that be? That'd be cold, wouldn't it? Yeah.
You know, I'm a clade starfish. I'm a big fan of the metric system, but I'm hung up on Fahrenheit. So you're
I like to use the Kelvin scale
for everybody. Yeah, Fahrenheit's to Celsius is even difficult for me to do in my head. Like, you know, I know the basics. I know 32 is 0. You know, 37 is 98.6. 212 is 100. And for some reason, well, they just meet. minus 40 Celsius and minus 40 Fahrenheit are the same. I know that. So,
Clay, when my generation goes away, everybody's gonna know metric.
well, you know, we've tried to convert here to metric, and no one wanted to do it. But I mean, you know, even when you drive around like Ontario and stuff, if you stop and ask somebody for directions, they're going to say, "Oh, it's X miles." They're not going to give it to you in kilometers, even though all the signs are in kilometers.
If you're in Quebec, then it's all French, and it's like not even really good French. It's like Canadian French, and it just sucks.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about the Canadian French because they're a breed of their own. We'll just say that.
This gal that used to rent from us. She grew up in France, and she says, "I can't even understand them when they talk."
Jen was the ones that you melt if it got over 80 degrees Fahrenheit.
Godless Island, I'm glad I could help you get to your 2-ply toilet paper. First, you beat Johnny DriveBYE to 500, then you get the power, then you get the money, and then you get the 2-ply toilet paper. And then you're talking the big league right there. That's all. You can sit back and relax.
You guys will probably beat 1,000 before I do. This last 100 sucks. It's hard to get it.
Oh, Clay, I don't even know how to say that.
Quebecius. Clay goes, it is Quebecius, not French.
How dare you?
Quebecanese.
Yeah, Jen with one N says, I'd melt if over 80 degrees Fahrenheit. That's kind of chump change here in Arizona. We, I think, have the record of 123. That is our record.
Yeah, but, you know, you guys get an inch of snow and everything stops, where we get 3 feet of snow in the UP, and it's like, whatever. I'm just going to keep driving. Right, Sarah?
Yeah, but Prometheus, it's a dry heat, man.
Yeah, it's a dry heat.
Oh, yeah, but still, the ACs go out like crazy here.
You come to Minnesota in 80-degree freaking humid weather, and I'll tell you how freaking much worse it is than your 123-degree Pezzies.
Prometheus, I bet, how many people got their AC on right now? Do you?
Not right now, but yeah, there's probably a few people running it.
Well, when you do turn it on, can you point it kind of east, northeast in this direction a little bit, so it can maybe blow some of the hot air out this way? You know, kind of push it a little bit and replace it with your cold air. And that's not even how that works, but you know, whatever.
I'll take that to heart.
Okay, thanks.
50 Celsius, what's that? Oh, 125.
50 well, body temperature is 37. 50's halfway to 100, so about 100.
125, she said.
No, well, yeah, around there. Yeah, 110-ish Fahrenheit, somewhere around there.
Yeah. Yeah, Godless Iowan is asking, any chance you could remove the picture of the rock so we can tell who is talking? Yeah, I think we're
Johnny,
gonna keep that as the avatar.
actual.
You guys don't want a piece of it? All right, I'll get it out. Gee, freaking everybody's a critic. Everybody's a freaking critic.
Good night, Duke. Have a good night.
See you, Duke. Thanks for stopping by, man.
Hey, Beej, do you have any more questions? You generally have pretty interesting questions. Lazy Lee, I live in a bus in Arizona. Bit rough sometimes. Well, at least buses are air conditioned, right?
They can be.
Yeah.
Only if they're running.
I remember being on the school bus as a kid. Those things never had air conditioning on them, ever.
Bye, Heathen homie. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, Mediocrity's Maze asks, as a geologist, what movie that delved into any geologic assertions as a plot mechanism did you find to be the most... Okay, he didn't finish the question.
Accurate?
Most...
Arbitrary?
All right. Okay, let's wait for him.
Yeah. If the last word sentence is accurate, the answer is none. They all suck. Oh, like the core. Jen, oh my God, Jen. The core was a horrible. I mean, it was a fun watch, but from a geology standpoint, just made me want to tear my eyes out. Yes, Beej, it's Prometheus.
Yep, here I am.
Yeah, now I'm here. Oh,
Is he on the counter again, eating out of the pan? Sorry, our cat dog is on the stove again, licking the pans.
I'm too sexy for my hat.
Gotta remember that song. Yeah.
We actually tried learning that last night when we were at practice. It'd be a fun one to do, actually.
Yes, Clay, the core was very inaccurate. It was a train wreck.
Core?
Yeah, the core. I forget, maybe it's about 10 years old. It's like the worst movie.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Disaster movie, geology disaster movie. Oh my God, it was horrible. Volcano, was that the one with Tommy Lee Jones? I think it was. That one also sucked.
Hey, what about the San Andreas one with The Rock?
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was getting Volcano confused with that one. Yes. You're thinking that one had Tommy Lee Jones in it, right?
You mean Dwayne Johnson, right? The Rock?
No, it was the one where Tommy Lee Jones was the director of FEMA, correct?
Oh, yeah. That was Volcano.
Was that Volcano? Oh, my God. I'm getting these all confused. Probably.
No, I think that was Tommy Lee Jones and Nicolas Cage, I think.
Yes. Volcano had Pierce Brosnan in it.
That's it. Not
yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Pierce Brosnan. Actually, Volcano is probably the least horrible of all of them. The one with Tommy Lee Jones was bad, except Tommy Lee Jones was in it, so it was kind of cool.
Dante's Inferno.
Yeah, is that actually a movie? Because I'd love to see that one.
Or is Dante? Oh man, I don't even. Man, these are all blending together. The only one that stands out in my mind is the core because it was so bad. It was so bad. The Day After Tomorrow was also a cool watch, but it was also grossly inaccurate.
Okay, here's Mediocrity's Maze to finish the question. He actually said, which one did you find the most annoyingly inaccurate?
The core.
Yeah.
To the core.
Definitely the core. I thought Tremors had better geology in it than the
Snuffy.
core.
Oh, God, Tremors.
There's a 6th one coming out. I love Tremors.
Snuffy.
Oh, man.
The bad movies in the 90s were for sexual frustration release. They were not bad movies. They were just there for a purpose. They were bad.
Except Tremors. Tremors was awesome.
Oh, yeah, Jen with one N. It says, what about the mockumentary about Yellowstone?
The mockumentary? I am unaware of this.
Yeah, I saw it in my science.
Woody Allen gets swept away by a blaze of fire and part of it or something.
Oh, I would love to see him get set on fire.
Or Woody Harrelson. I'm sorry, Woody Harrelson.
Harrelson. Oh, no, that one's not
Woody Allen.
Oh,
Woody Allen.
I think I'm a little nervous here.
Is he even still alive, Woody Allen?
Yeah, he's still alive.
Yeah.
Lava Spider movie. Well, that name's just about like 30, 40 of them B movies.
What we need a disaster movie with Godzilla.
Kylo's Island. You gotta go. Well, thanks a lot for stopping by, man. You're always freaking welcome around here, pal. Good
night, Godless Island. We know you don't have to go. We know you're on Central Time. That's all right.
He's great at making a mess, but sure can't stick around to clean it up, can he?
Clay Starfish goes, if there were a hell, Woody Allen would be set on fire.
I don't know why I'm burning here. I just don't know why I'm burning here. Okay, what's worse than Sharknado? Shark Avalanche.
I just wanted to say something.
Okay.
Demi, I don't know what happened, but I sure wish you would have been here. You would have had fun tonight.
Well, you know, she's what, 5 hours ahead of us?
I know, but that what kind of an excuse is that?
I
if it was noon in Britain right now, I would be awake for it. Okay.
That's right. I'll give her crap on.
I got you.
Yeah, I'll email her or annoy her on her channel.
Snuffy just mentioned Birdemic. Oh my god, I hate that movie.
Worms.
Oh, and by the way, Sharknado. Yeah.
I didn't watch that.
Oh, you need to.
I need to.
So bad. It's epic.
Yeah.
It's,
yeah.
How many?
It's got Tara Reid.
What?
Yeah, it's got Tara Reid, so that's the level of excellence.
Yeah, it was like a 90210 reunion. is what Sharknado was.
Your night drive-by straight. No, it's Joey Parkins Day. Johannite drive-by straight. It's
That
got
should
a
be your
good. It's got potential.
Yeah.
Got potential.
Yeah, but you need to get a better ass than you have.
I need to get a what?
Better ass if you're going to have the name Johanna.
Well, you know, if I had a fistful of hundreds, I'd probably find a couple.
He was the only one. There was a Sharknado with David Hasselhoff. I mean, like I said, there's like 5 of them, and I think I've seen 3 of them. The only thing I actually enjoyed watching with David Hasselhoff in it ever was Kung Fury.
Yes.
I love Kung Fury. That is so epic.
Kung Fury, that is great. That is just awesome.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to remember if he was in the actual movie or if he was just doing the music video.
He did the voice of the car at the very end.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yes, he was.
Oh, yeah, mocking Knight Rider.
Yes. And of course he was in that video too.
Yeah, the music video I actually like. I have that on my iPhone.
Oh, I have it too. It's so 80s. They did that so well.
Yeah.
It's just great.
Yeah, and I love how it takes like almost every single 80s plot and just meshes it together.
I think we tried to figure out what it was. We had Transformers, G.I. Joe. We had oh god, my train of thought just derailed. Well, we had Knight Rider. We had Miami Vice. God, what else was thrown in there? My train of thought just totally derailed. But no, that movie was just great. Like in the beginning when he's on the helicopter fighting and they do like the VCR tape thing where the tracking's off. That was great. Jen goes, every movie is better if you stick a fake mustache on the TV screen and do a shot every time it fits on a face. I've never played that game. That sounds like a great game. Jen, does that game have a name? Because it sounds pretty epic. Lazy goes, any movie that deals with hollow earth theory drives me crazy. It does me too, just like flat earth. Yeah, I get triggered by that kind of stuff.
Isn't it more like mushy, not quite hollow?
Mushy. Well, no, actually the mantle is a solid. It is technically solid.
It could be an air pocket. You've been watching
too much of the core, man. Big amethyst geodes in the mantle.
It could be where the Fortress of Solitude actually is instead of in the North Pole.
Perhaps. Oh, Jen goes, she says drunk mustaches. Do you know in Cheyenne Mountain they actually have a sign on a broom closet that says Stargate Room?
I didn't know that.
I want to see if McMurdo in Antarctica has one too, because that would
Murdoch. Murdoch is from the A-Team, isn't it? He's a half crazy guy or whatever.
McMurdo.
Yeah.
Why did the A-Team
Mad Murdoch?
Holy flashback. I pity the fool.
I think there was A-Team stuff in Kung Fury too. I just love the guitar.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, Jen with one N says, as long as it's not a war room.
Okay, Sarah has informed me that if McMurdo in Antarctica does have a sign that says Stargate, it'll probably be at an outhouse. A movie with a mustache flat tard apocalypse. I'd watch that garbage. I'd definitely watch that. Hey, Johnny, can you play any epic 80s stuff on that?
Nah, what do you want to hear?
I don't know. That's why I said epic 80s stuff, because I have no clue.
What would be an epic 80s song?
Just
about all of them.
Yeah. Oh my God! Final Countdown just popped into my head for no reason.
No, I can't play that on a banjo.
I know you can't, but I was thinking of the Chewbacca thing on YouTube where he does Final Countdown. That is so epic.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, just search Final Countdown Chewbacca. It's the best minute of your life.
There's one thing I can do on banjo, and that's that. Remember Hee Haw when I did that? That's about it.
Oh, we'll do that.
Hey, Leroy. Yeah. That's about it. I don't play banjo very much, but it's kind of fun.
Oh, can you do Enter Sandman on the banjo?
I don't think so. That's so. Give me an hour, and I'll come back and do it for you.
Oh, damn. I can't wait that long.
Oh, yeah. I'd love Enter Sandman.
I'd love to hear that on the banjo.
I don't even know any songs on banjo, to be honest with you.
Johnny, can you hack time with the banjo?
Is that like a question, or is that
it's
like
a question in the chat?
A rhetorical thing.
It's a question in the chat, so I'm pretty sure it needs an actual answer. So you should answer it. Jen goes dueling banjos with
one. Oh, Jen, there's two here. Actually, there's not. I think I play banjo like 5 times a year, maybe.
Can you do Smoke on the Water?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if I can. I can't. No, I can't.
Oh, wait, Johnny, do you have Sarah, what was that in that Jurassic Park video? What was the name of that instrument? A melodica. Do you have a melodica?
Melodica?
Yeah, it's kind of like a harmonica, right?
A melodica. Do I got one? A melodica is isn't that it uses water and the glass and know, like the crystal glass, rubbing your fingers on there, whatever. Get the crystal.
No.
Line,
It looks like a kid's keyboard.
Oh, Sarah says it looks like a kid's keyboard that you blow into the end of it. So I guess it's like a harmonica with a keyboard.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Maybe it is called. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. No, I don't. I don't have one of those.
Damn. Because those things suck so bad, I really want to hear one.
Yeah, do you know any Ted Nugent?
I know any Ted Nugent.
Yeah. Like Cat Scratch Fever, Stranglehold, you know, any of those songs?
I think he disappeared again.
No, I'm here.
Oh.
I gotta.
Yeah, what?
Oh, sorry. I got the guitar now. 'Cause I can't play banjo.
Yeah, play something on that. Yeah, Jen said it's a keyboard you blow into. That's pretty. Oh, good night.
Good night.
A couple people leaving.
Yeah, because a banjo came out. It's like. You know,
All right. Well, how about I ask the chat?
you don't have to go home, but you can't sit here.
How about I ask the chat for a recommendation for a song? Anything from the 70s or 80s?
Yeah, sounds like a good suggestion. Anything? I'm trying to think of something, and I can't freaking think of.
Yeah. I think we got one. Leacham Nark says "Sail Away."
Yeah, like I'm supposed to just blur my vocals out that. Okay. Starman. What is Starman again?
I don't know. I don't know that one.
Oh, Starman. What is that?
Beach says she's thinking.
Okay. Snuffy's roommate requests "Crystal Blue Persuasion."
I don't even know what that is.
I think it's
Here, I know what that is. Hold on.
How about Warning by Green Day?
I don't think that fits in the 80s.
I know, but I'm Godless Island got me back into punk music again. It's like,
yeah.
it's like, yeah.
Here we go, Johnny. I'll play a couple. I'll play a little bit of it. See if you recognize it. This is it. I try to. That's Crystal Blue. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can play that, and that's not 70s anyway. That was 1969, I believe. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong.
Ooh, Claude Starfish asked Nirvana.
And could you do the Weird Al version?
Boy, we're certainly getting diversity in this here suggestions, aren't we? I'm trying to think of what I know.
Oh, yeah. Come As You Are. That would be my song for Nirvana.
I probably can. I gotta.
Jen, that sounds very appropriate. She said they played Crystal Blue on Breaking Bad. Beach goes, that one's ancient like me. Yes, Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Not here, it doesn't. Give me a second here. You guys keep on talking. I'll find one. I'll find one of the songs I can do.
I'm trying to think of what Weird Al.
There we go. Fast Car, Tracy Chapman. That's a cool tune.
Oh, Weird Al's was Smells Like Nirvana. That's what he.
It smells like Nirvana.
Oh, I still think Amish Paradise is one of the best parodies ever done.
So fucking funny.
It is. Because we have to guess what Johnny can actually play. We guess the one song he can play.
I can play anything. It's just that I got to look it up if whatever it is.
Just
Can't
play
play
something
everything
you
by
know,
ear.
Johnny.
Yeah, but then I have to guess myself.
Just start playing
Look
something.
like Tracy.
Just start playing something really loud, and they'll never know. You'll be all right.
Every day I was looking outside, trying to figure out.
Can you do Enter Sandman on the guitar, Johnny?
Well, it keeps turning in a counterclock way. Question nothing, dark night overcomes my day. Well, she looked me in the eyes, stared in my heart, couldn't fight it that hard. Took a while before it came in, can't deny it, I can't deny that I was wrong. Whisper loud, I can't hear what you say. That's what all we've ever done with every other day. Remember me, I'm just one of the crowd. Once in a while, I'll pull out and hide inside of my cloud. She looked me in the eye, stared into my heart. I couldn't fight it that hard. Took a while before it overcame me. Can't deny it, I can't deny that I was wrong. Can't find me, I'm just one of the crowd. Once in a while I can pull out and hide inside of my cloud. Forget about me, I don't live in your past. Smoky white, the fog on the inside of a glass. Well, She looked me in the eyes, said my heart I couldn't fight it that hard. Took a while before it overcame me. Can't deny it, I can't deny that I was wrong. Everybody leave?
Oh, we still got 9 people in the chat.
I chased them all out. That's good. Kind of ran over an hour, didn't we?
Oh, it's way over an hour.
I was on 2 here.
Nine's more.
That's always kind of a good way to end a stream, you know, just to play a song, just to play it off. You know?
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
I do want to say thank you everybody for showing up here tonight. It was awesome. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Prometheus.
Oh, no problem, Johnny.
And Demi, you're gonna hear about it.
Yeah, we're gonna give her crap. But Johnny, yeah, anytime, man. I mean, I don't.
And all you people in the chat, it was great having you guys here tonight. I actually had 3 beers tonight, so I'm getting a little tipsy. So
Bees gives you some applause.
And it was great meeting you, Steven.
Yeah, it was great meeting you too. I've seen you around. I just haven't interacted.
Yeah, I know. I've seen you around too.
I've seen you guys.
Oh, yeah, Johnny, you were one of the first people I connected with. I don't know. I'm trying to think of some stupid stuff I can plug that isn't mine.
I don't know. Scientist Mel?
Yeah, she was here for a little bit. But we also on Sci Strike's channel, we do Science Sunday. So there's that. We totally talk about science there. Yes, Bij, thank you. I do have a channel. There's a lot of geology in there, but a lot of random stuff too, like poop emoji yard lights.
As long as you don't have to worry about the size.
And I'm only like 35 away from the 1,000 mark, and I just can't get there.
I am gonna freaking buy out all the poop emoji lights that there are in Menards here. That's all there's to it.
Excellent. You should do that. And I know there was a lot of drama or something going on. I don't know, it's Steve McRae or somebody. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to it. But it sounds like the Non Sequitur show is having something good on Wednesday. Apparently, Aaron Raw is going to own Jeranism. That'll be a nice train wreck. Maybe we'll get some more Pinafant type moments out of that.
What if somebody owns Aaron Raw? That would be different.
Yeah, but these aren't the kind of people that could do. I would love to see someone with the same, on the same level.
You can't own somebody that's just speaking truthful things or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, I love Steve McRae to death, but the thing is, there's a lot of like, why is this playing type stuff?
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's not watching, and you can tell him I said that. But
fuck Steve.
Yeah,
you're right.
I would just like to see. I mean, he did have one great one with some people who actually were counter. I don't know if you know who we call them the Geo3 in the secular world. They're on. They're the 3 actual degreed geologists with AIG who have been pumping out nothing but crap. Steve Austin's one of them. Bockheimer's another, and he actually had 2 scientists that love to point out because most of us, we don't actively call people out on their bullshit. We need more of that. We're too busy doing stuff.
Exactly.
But he had a show with the 2 guys that love calling out the stupid 3 on their bullshit, and that was actually a really good episode. But it's really technical. But I don't know. I think he could use more of that.
Needs more cowbell.
Yes, we always need more cowbell.
Yowza needs more cowbell, and so do I. Well, you know what? I'm gonna get the hell out of here because I gotta go potty too. So
Okay.
there is that.
Right.
Thank you, Prometheus. Thank you, Steven. Thank you, Chad. Good
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
Can I play the national anthem now?
I'm gonna creep on you.
Oh, the Canadian national anthem. I gotta play that. I haven't learned that yet.
Oh, you don't know that one?
Oh,
Is it the national
no, I don't know.
I was gonna start singing the Canadian.
Next week, folks, I will sing the Canadian national anthem for you live here. Am I gonna get more Canadians that way?
I think you have enough in here.
Yeah.
Do you have an actual channel with content or no?
Who? Oh, Prometheus?
Yeah, does he?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
Link in the description of this.
Yeah, please do, because I can't find it.
There's a link in this description here.
Yeah, Prometheus the Prophet.
Oh, okay.
Hey, he hasn't really predicted anything valuable yet, though. So I don't know what the hell his name is like that for. That was facetious, man. Don't give me a grim future now.
I predict I will go to work in the morning.
Oh, that could not happen for some reason. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
True story.
I predict I won't go to work for you tomorrow, Stuffy. And that one is demonstrable, I think.
Everybody's been picking on poor Rachel lately.
Who?
Oh, yeah, he saw my latest video.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it when I get off here.
Yeah. I mean, Nightmare Fuel did one too.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to go there because it's like, I understand where she's coming from in some ways because you're afraid to tell somebody that it should be, yeah. But then again, it's like, no, buck up or whatever.
There is, Johnny, can I plug somebody else's channel?
Sure. Plug
quick?
Plug away, man.
Okay.
I'll leave the mic here all night.
He comments on a lot of my stuff, and he actually gave me my new video editor. He's on YouTube. He just goes by they, and he uses the old Cancer Man avatar from X-Files, and he doesn't have a lot there, but he's got a great. I mean, his stuff is great.
His style is awesome.
Part.
Yeah,
yes.
Good call.
Yeah, so you guys are aware of they. Yes. Yeah,
good call. I love his stuff. He's got that. He's Guy Sperling.
So he's so undersubscribed too.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't do many videos though, does he?
No, he doesn't. He does like probably one every few months. I think he's only got like 5 or 6 up there, and I haven't seen him around in a few days.
We'll have to poke him. Get people to go over there and poke him and say, "Hey, make some videos."
I do give him shit every once in a while to get off his butt and do something.
Hey, I came up with that one little. When I commented on there one time, you were on that comment there. The kinetic energy from my face palm.
Oh yeah,
that's probably so for the perpetual motion.
Yeah, he's got a great channel. All right, I'm done talking.
I gotta pee. I'm crossing my legs. I'm out here. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Have a good